So today, in honor of prom season coming up, I do my sister-in-law's makeup because she has prom / banquet coming up next weekend. So we did kind of like a test run today to see how she wanted her makeup, and she showed me like some like kind of ideas that you had of kind of a dark smoky eye with like sparkles and stuff. And so I'll show some of those on the screen. So I close your eyes. So I kind of like did that a little bit, and I'll include like products of everything that I used down in the description box, and I'll have like product shots throughout the video. So if you want to see how we did this, then keep on watching. Okay, so I'm first going in with the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer, really just to smooth out any texture that she has, and as kind of like a little pore filler on the cheek area and things like that. And this is my favorite primer that I use almost every single day. So next I'm going in with the Ulta Beauty Color Corrector, and this is in the shade green to really correct any kind of redness that she has. And she really didn't have very much. She was telling me that she's been using like a face medicine recently to kind of correct her acne. So she really didn't have a lot that needed fixed. So next we're going in with the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Total Cover Foundation. And I actually have a full video review on this foundation if you'd like to see my thoughts on it. But I do really like it. It really is full coverage. But for her, she has been doing some like self-tanning recently. And so we needed to go in with 2 shades to really match like the color of her neck. So we mixed those 2 together. I think it was 303 and 305, and it came up with a pretty good shade match. So I'm just dotting it all over her face and blending it in. I'm using a dampened beauty blender to blend that in. It does have a very blendable texture. So next I'm going in with a Tarte Shape Tape, and I believe this is in the shade Light Neutral. And I went in pretty heavy because she does have not super dark under eye circles, but she did have some discoloration there. So next I'm going in with the NYX HD Finishing Powder, and I believe this is in the Banana shade. And I'm just using that to set her under eye area, as well as set any areas where she may get oily throughout the day. So in her T-zone, on her forehead, and her chin. Then I'm going to take the Wet n Wild contouring palette, and I'm going to use that darker shade to contour the hollows of her cheeks and up on her temples, around the outside of her forehead, and then underneath her jawline. I'm gonna use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Yes, it smells super good. Just to blend out the contour, as well as add some more color to her face to match like her neck and the rest of her body. And then it started looking a little dark, so I went back in with the NYX powder and just kind of blended that over top to kind of try and lighten everything up. Next, I'm going in with the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in the shade Party. Now for her brows, I'm using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Blonde. And I'm just using this on the outside of her brows to kind of draw like a defined shape. And then I go in with just a color, just an eyeshadow color that matches her hair color to fill in. And as you can see, I started lining the top and then I brush the hairs up and then line across the bottom. And then after that, I will fill in with a powder. And I'm going to set that with the Ulta Brow Gel. Really, any brow gel is fine. I know that that one's kind of hard to find. So next, priming the eyes with the Milani eyeshadow primer. I have been loving this stuff. Since I bought it, I've been using it constantly. So this is a gray shadow from ColourPop Cosmetics that I believe I got when it was on clearance. And I don't believe they sell it anymore, but really just any like gray tone shadow will work fine. A matte shade is best, so I'm really now just blending that into the crease and kind of blowing it out a little bit to create the base of our smoky eye. And then using the Morphe X KathleenLights palette, I'm gonna take that black shadow that's in the bottom right hand corner, and I'm really gonna concentrate that into the outer corner of her eye. And then I'm gonna blend it out some, but still focusing it in the outer corner. Okay, and for the base of the glitter, I'm taking the NYX Lid Lingerie in the shade Fame and Fortune. This is just kind of like a silvery shimmer color. And while this is still wet, I'm really kind of using it as a glue base to put the glitter pigment on. And that is from Too Faced, and it is the shade Glitterly. And it's got some multicolored reflex in it, so it really matches her dress well. And it's really important that whatever you're using as a base is still wet while you put that on there, because it is just a loose pigment. So next I'm going in with the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette, and I'm just taking that black shimmer shade, I think it's called Platonic, and I'm just adding some shimmer to the black that we already have and kind of blending that out a little bit. And then I'm using a fluffy brush to get rid of any glitter fallout. And then again, taking that black shade and putting that on her lower lash line, just adding some more dimension. Then taking that same gray that we used before and kind of smudging out that black that we just put on there. I'm taking the Essence eyeshadow in the shade 01 Snowflake, and I'm going to put this in her inner corners. It is a very white, shimmery shade. I'm taking the Maybelline Master Precise, and I am lining her top lashes with that. And I didn't create like a huge wing on her because the eye look was already so dramatic. It didn't really need it. She was honestly amazing at this. She sat still so well, did like barely blinked. It was awesome. So next I'm taking Monster by Arden Cien, and I'm just going to use this to line her lower lashes because it will stay all day. And for highlight, I am using the NYX Away We Glow liquid highlighter, and I believe this is in the shade Moonstone. I'm gonna go over top of it with Becca Moonstone, and those two kind of act as like a base and a pigment in the same way that the eyeshadow did. And I'm using that same highlight shade that we used on her cheekbone for her brow bone. And then using the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. And then for lips, we're using the Revlon HD lipstick in the color Pink Cloud. They're going to use for mascara the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. And I just had her put this on herself. Okay guys, so that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the videos that I make and you want to see more of them, then think about subscribing to my channel. And if you liked this video, then don't forget to leave a like before you go. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Love you. Bye. Mwah.